Hey, Bills Mafia, this is Buffalo Louie with the keys and predictions for um, week 5, right? The 4-0 Bills just beat the Saints last week, 31-19. Go up against the 2-2 Patriots. They've lost a game, won a game, lost a game, and won a game. So they're 2-2. It's Sunday night at 8:20. It's going to be the Storm. Their rivalry uniforms, the Bills' rivalry uniforms. I'm wearing white. I couldn't get, they're really all out of them. Everything's back-ordered, so I'm probably going to wear Jim Kelly jersey. It's white. They're going to pass out a bunch of 70,000 towels, rally towels, the Storm, Wegmans sponsoring all that. Ed Oliver is going to be back. He missed 3 games. He's going to be back. I'm pretty sure he's going to be back, as well as Spencer Brown, who missed last week, and Milano, who was out a couple games. So we could use the help on defense. The keys on defense is to put pressure on Drake May. He's good in the pocket, but when you put pressure on him, he's a different quarterback. So look for our group to get some sacks. He is susceptible to that, but he's also a good runner. So that's the second key, is you got to count for him because he will break out. You're probably not going to put a spy on him, but the linebackers got to be active and get him down on the ground. That's where Milano's got some speed, so look for that. And also be ready for the running backs coming out of the backfield or split out. It's the same thing they did when Brady was there. They used to always throw to their running backs. And they're just like us. We need to be throwing to our running backs because they're very key. And they have good running backs. On offense, the middle of the field, they got good corners on the outside. They can play man coverage and press coverage. But in the middle of the field, they're iffy. Their linebackers really aren't good in coverage, nor their safeties are that experienced. So look for the middle of the field, Shakir, Kincaid, Dawson Knox, and even the running backs, right? On the flare-outs, right? So look for that to happen coming out. We should be able to run the ball. They haven't faced an offense like us. We're the number one leading offense. They're the number one leading defense, but they haven't played anybody. They haven't really faced a running game like we have with the Josh Allen that's multi-dimensional, right? And then we want to use the big people in our offensive sets, right? We go with 3 tight ends. We go with 2 tight ends. We go with 2 tight ends and a fullback. We bring in an extra defense or offensive lineman, 6 personnel. So look for a lot of that to get them and keep them in the base personnel with 3 linebackers so that we can take advantage of them most likely in the passing game. So what are my predictions? Okay, a lot of the national pundits are looking for an upset. I don't think that's going to happen. We've won 10 straight at home last year, including the playoffs, and we've won 4 this year. And all the games that we lost over the last couple of years are only by 1 score. So look for us to have a dominant game on offense. Hopefully the defense will get a couple turnovers. But here's my prediction: James Cook is going to continue his streak of 100 yards from scrimmage. By the way, he was the offensive player of the month. He's going to continue that streak, and he's going to have a touchdown. I predict he's going to have a rushing touchdown or a passing, but most likely rushing. Number 2, I think the defense is going to get the May. I think they're going to have at least 3 sacks. They're going to they're going to stop the running game. Hopefully, they can put a curtain on the running game and get to him. 3, the Bills are going to get more than 1 turnover. Last week, I just missed it. I had 2 or more turnovers the last play of the game that the Saints had. Quarterback, I think Bosa strip sacked it, and the Saints recovered. Otherwise, I would have had that. But look for them Bills to have more than 1 turnover. And the Pats had 5 turnovers against the Steelers, so they are susceptible, especially a running back, Stevenson, to fumble the ball. Josh Allen is going to play very efficient like he has all year. Passing and running the ball, dishing the ball off. Don't force anything in there. Look for him to have at least 1 passing touchdown and at least 1 rushing touchdown. He's going to be awesome. I just think back to that perfect game against the Patriots. Wouldn't mind to see that again. 7 touchdowns in a row. And lastly, the Bills win. I think the Pats have some good players, but you know what? The Bills and Mike Vrabel, we've played against them before. We know how he's going to play. They're going to play tough. They're going to try to keep the game close. It may be close getting into the 4th quarter, and then we're going to pull away, and Josh is going to be Josh. The Bills just don't hurt themselves. So I put my money on the Pats to make a mistake before we do. So I have the Bills winning 34-21. They may come late in the fourth quarter and we take that big lead. But where else would you rather be? Right here, right now. Go Bills.